Why is Ruby older than Riggy? In the series, Dano has stated that Ruby will be older than Riggy by 4 years. When questioned about it, he said that it was important for the timeline to work. My best guess is that Riggy was born on the day that their dad got arrested, Ruby and Candy being toddlers when it happened. Dano also hinted at the major event that happened before Riggy was born. We just aren't given any details. Although it's likely that Lucky is connected to this event, due to him still being famous and well known when it occurs. Keep in mind that this information...
Smash. Smash. I still can't believe that was in the episode. Smash. Smash.
Taken from a members only live stream, so I won't be sharing clips for that reason. However, we can theorize with the information given, allowing us to answer questions like, why is Ruby older than Riggy? In the series, Dano has stated that Ruby will be older than Riggy by 4 years. When questioned about it, he said that it was important for the timeline to work. My best guess is that Riggy was born on the day that their dad got arrested. Ruby and Candy being toddlers when it happened. Dano also hinted at the major event that...
Select Discord server. Never. No limits. Copy Bolton. Send it. I can't pin it. Whatever. Bada bing, bada boom, kill yourself things. I don't care. Alright guys, check the description of this video.
Free the Red Rabbit. This is a poster that has appeared in a brief leak for ToonTurf. If what we've theorized is true about Ruby and Candy's father being the Red Rabbit, then it would make sense that this campaign was run by them. It also makes sense that this clip comes from when Riggy just moves into town, considering it's Red Rabbit Day and also his birthday. It's also why we need more insight on what happened prior to Riggy going to Toonville, because we've seen notes that Dano posted in his Discord server suggesting that there's been a case of mistaken identity.
ToonTurf. Smash. Smash.
Alright class, today we're gonna learn about what it means to be a hero. A hero is someone who tries
Who doesn't want a plushie of it?
to help others no matter what. And they always try to do the right thing.
Your name. Riggy.
Great people come in all shapes and sizes, and the more good you do,
I mean, at least my pilot is actually a working show right now. Oh, it is on hiatus.
of course, if you do bad things happen. So what do you think, class? What kind of person will you grow up to be?
I want to be a hero.
Phew, it's just a nightmare. Thank goodness. For a second there, I thought everything was on fire and...
I forgot. I thought everything was on fire and... Cocaine.
Hey, you almost set one of us on fire.
You kids almost blew my back. I can't believe it.
I'd say we're up a point.
Oh, yeah? Watch me.
I can't use the mini thingy here. Oh. Apparently his beak is just...
What you gonna do now, monkey tail?
Maybe one day we'll actually finish a game of capture the flag.
Nuh-uh. We'll never get the chance now that you're moving to Toonville.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll be back one day, and you'll have time to grow up before then too. Except for you, Steve. You'll never grow up. Gotta go. I'll see you later, guys.
Come here, I'm off. Hold on, I'm just getting dressed.
Rigmond R.
What was that?
Nothing, Mom. Shh, you saw nothing.
Oh, I can't wait for that stupid boy to get out of this house. Such a twat.
You saw nothing.
Oh, I can't wait for that stupid boy to get out of this house. Such a twat.
Oh, Molly. At least you're gonna miss me, right? No, it's okay. You're still my favorite girl.
Ricky, kitchen, now! Ricky, so help me. You were supposed to be down here at 8 o'clock sharp every morning. You understand how much we do for you? I'm taking hours out of my day to help you move, and you don't even have enough respect to show up to this wonderful meal I've cooked for you on time.
Sorry, Mom. I was just busy saying bye to the neighbors. I'm gonna miss them is all.
Well, then don't leave Bluebird. I mean, I still want you out of my house, don't get me wrong. But moving to Twisted Toonville? Absolutely nothing good comes out of that town.
Weren't you guys born there?
What? Don't talk back to me. We left because we were smart. I haven't been back there since all that Red Rabbit junk went down. You know, what do you expect to get out of all this anyway?
I don't know. I think it would be kind of cool to help people.
Help people? Of course. You want to swing in and play hero or something? Newsflash, world has plenty of heroes already. What you need you for, pal?
Well, people sure are gonna need a lot of help where you're going. So much dirty crime and gangs, especially being next to that rented Renanopolis, too.
Well, what's wrong with Renanopolis?
Are you kidding me? Everything. You know what that place did to your uncle. Only good thing in that whole city is good old Lucky. When he's not making movies or working on his businesses, he's spending every day trying to clean that whole mess of a place up. In fact, if I ever got to meet him, hell, I could die a happy monkey.
I never understood the big deal with him anyway.
What'd you say, you little brat? We do not disrespect Lucky in this house. He's done more good for the world than you ever will.
Yeah, don't be stupid, Ricky. Lucky's the greatest person that's ever existed in history. Such talent, such glamour, the perfect smile, the perfect color.
Color?
Yep, you heard her. Yellow's just the best, bro.
Oh, so I have to be on time, but Jordan gets to be late?
Good morning, Big J. How does it feel going off to med school today?
Saving lives doesn't really have as much of an impact when you've been saving hundreds of weeks since the 5th grade, you know?
Oh, I still can't believe they let an 11-year-old operate on a brain.
Do not disrespect your older brother. He's
See.
making his family proud.
Yeah.
No, that's
like
figure.
Whatever.
Seek is down here.
Oh, morning, Jordan. Anyway, Riggy, point is, there's no such reason for you to be going all the way to Toonville. And I think you're a mistake. I mean, making a mistake.
Well, you've made that clear.
Okay, come on, Rig. Finish your food. It's time to go.
Hey, give me a call if you die, Riggs. We always need more organ donors at the hospital.
All right, that's the last of them. Oh, wait, I have to grab my lucky lighter. Do you need anything else from inside the... I need therapy.
I can't believe you still don't know how to drive. And I was such a good teacher.
Mom, you just...
Don't criticize my driving! Anyway,
Who's Bob? I thought his name was Jeff.
Alright, here's your stop.
But my house is still another mile away, Mom. Hurry up, Billy, we need to go. There's no time, Billy. Come on. Come on. Woohoo! What an adventure! That was so cool how we jumped out of the thing and... Oh, Billy, we... What do I do? Hey, stay right there! No, we just... I'll go find water.
Don't leave me here! Ricky! 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 Don't leave me here! Ricky!
I'm gonna go find water. I'll be back, I promise.
Don't leave me! Ricky, please! Ricky!
Billy. I'm so sorry.
Hey! I said stop! Get back here! Oh, hell, Billy.
Among Us myths tested to see if they work. Since Among Us doesn't have a tutorial, a lot of what you learn is hearsay. I mean, even with other myth-busting videos out there, I still see more and more untested gossip in the comments. So today, let's put these rumors to the test to find the truth. And hey,
Rory.
YouTube says it's impossible to subscribe and like the video at the same time. So if you want to prove that's a myth, simultaneously slap those two buttons down below. It's free and it helps out a ton. Number 1. Seeing an imposter vent is a huge advantage for the crewmate. I mean, it's a way to pick out the killer without anyone having to die. Although sometimes it's hard to catch them in the act, so wouldn't it be cool if you were able to see them vent through walls? Well, as it turns out, that's entirely possible. Even with the crewmate's limited vision, you're still able to see the imposter jump in and out of a vent. Meaning that even if you weren't in the room where it happens, you might be able to win this duel after all. Number 2. The seconds before a crewmate reports the body can be really tense. Now obviously, as the silent killer, you don't want that kind of situation, and you want to prevent them from reporting. So a theory I've seen floated around is that you can't report a body while the door is closed. And as you can see right here, that's entirely correct. And really, it makes sense. If you're inside of a locked room, you're not exactly making it over to the cafeteria. So if you as the imposter are trying to cut down on reporting, then locking the door behind you might be a solid way. Number 3. In this game, certain tasks are synonymous with certain maps. Whether that's admin card on Skeld, or in this case, insert keys on Polis. Well, anecdotally, it might seem to always appear on your chore list. That's not a part of the code. But the key distinction here is that it is a common task, meaning that if one person has it, then everyone else on the ship has it. So if you didn't see a player do keys, don't immediately assume that they're the imposter. They might have just not shown up that round. Number 4. While keys isn't always a given on Polis, it is something that many players tell you to look out for. And the reason is that many people believe that you can use it to tell who the imposter is. Which, as it turns out, that piece of advice is based in fact. You see, the slot that the player inserts the key into corresponds with the order that they join the lobby. Which means if you have a pro player, they might be able to pinpoint out who the imposter is if they don't remember which key slot they inserted into. Meaning if you remember which key number you did, that's enough to prove you innocent. And more importantly, prove someone guilty. Number 5. As a crewmate, one of your top goals is to find out who the imposter is before any bodies hit the floor. So that's why people are starting to look into the potential of identifying the imposter based off heartbeat alone. And while I admit that sounds great, it's not exactly proven. The info's all over the place. As far as we can conclude, the heartbeats seem to be randomized, and there's not a lot of info out there anyways, so that's the safest to assume. And until we know more about heartbeat patterns, it's definitely safer to use vitals to catch self-reports instead. Number 6. Among Us is a game chock full of little visual details. So I can understand why some people would be extra vigilant to look out for these. But sometimes it's just barking up the wrong tree. For example, one idea that's floated around is that the tube lights and shields will pulse faster when the power is diverted there. But as you can plainly see when we put the comparison up, there's no noticeable difference. This one's confirmed false, but I can't say it wouldn't be cool if it was added in. Number 7. Visual tasks are a dead giveaway for the imposter. So that's why some lobbies now will turn off that feature, because it makes things too easy. But that said, is it still possible to prove someone innocent through a med-based scan? Well, yeah, actually. Keep in mind this is pretty situational since it requires both you and the person scanning to have the submit scan task. But when it's successful, you'll see on your screen waiting for and then their username. And at that point, even without having to see the visual effects, you still know that the person scanning right in front of you is the real deal. Number 8. As a crewmate, getting through your tasks as fast as possible is the name of the game. So anytime that you're able to shave off any extra seconds, it's a huge help. So that's gotta be why there's a story for speedrunning through the shield task on Skeld. The idea is that instead of doing one at a time, you might actually be able to get multiple of these done at once. And as you can see, if we line up our mouse just right, that's entirely true. Which I've gotta say is pretty cool, and it's definitely a myth I'm turning into a reality in future games. Number 9. If nothing else, the pets in Among Us seem like an adorable distraction. And while that's true, I've heard they can do something a little more sinister. You see, common knowledge is that if you want to play as the imposter, you might want to lose one of these little guys. The reason being is that it might just be easier to pick out you if you have one of these by your side. So if we put that to the test, you can actually see that yeah, the pet does make it easier to spot the imposter going in and out of the vent. And that little bit of a breadcrumb trail might be all you need to pinpoint the imposter. Number 10. Thanks to the numerous different references and Easter eggs to Henry Stickmin, there's been a common perception that the two games are linked in some way. And obviously not just by developer, because that's true, but rather in some way the games are both linked in the same universe. Well, a few weeks ago I would have said that this was very possible because of all that mountain of evidence. Since the new map that's getting added in is straight from Henry Stickmin, I think this is all but confirmed. I'd say there's definitely enough here to craft a few game theories or two. Number 11. When you're an imposter, sabotaging is one of your main tools. It's understandable that when you see someone go over to fix lights, you're already agitated, because it means you gotta wait for another cooldown. So, wouldn't it be nice if you could sabotage them fixing your sabotage? Well, as it turns out, this myth tactic is actually possible. You see, if you as an imposter pull up the panel, you're able to switch off the switches that they're turning on, and by that, delay the process. The one thing to note is that this is an extremely risky move if you're the only player on the panel. And if they find out that you were the one flicking on and off the switches, then you're pretty much guaranteeing a trip off the ship. Number 12. Despite a handful of players' best wishes, there's no way for imposter chat in the game. So if you're playing in a 2-imposter lobby and the other person is on the other side of the map, there's really no way to tell what they're doing. That is, unless you look at the kill button. You see, some people say that if you watch the kill button while your teammate gets a kill, you'll actually notice that there's some visual change. And sure enough, if we have our teammate kill, you can see that that button does in fact flicker. So if you manage to see this brief disruption, you might just be able to catch what your imposter teammate's doing. Number 13. When you're playing as the imposter, there's no secret about it. The vents make so much noise. So it seemed that if you're causing that much of a ruckus, the crewmates must be able to hear it, right? Well, as it turns out, that detail isn't the case. As it works currently, if you're playing as a crewmate, then you'll hear no sound for when an imposter moves or opens up a vent. So if you're playing as the antagonist, then rest assured that these actions aren't going to make any noise. Though I do think it'd be a cool feature if the crewmate were able to listen in and then catch something in the act. Number 14. Visual tasks are their own form of currency for the crewmates, which is why players are always on the lookout for ways to clear their other teammates, and for good reason. So from that, one question that I've seen pop up is if you can clear someone using the vending machine on Mira. I mean, it kind of makes sense, the trash falls out, so why wouldn't the same happen for the drinks? But unfortunately, when you watch another crewmate vend, nothing actually falls down in the machine, so there's no way to clear them at this time, which is about the opposite of what we were hoping for. Number 15. The ghosts in Among Us have a weird amount of interactivity in the maps. I mean, sure, you can phase through walls, but you can also do tasks, so how much are you controlling? Well, as it turns out, it is actually true that if you play as a ghost on Mira, you're able to trigger the sliding glass doors, which is kind of cool, but if you really want to take this to the next level, then you could devise some kind of code system where the ghost goes through however many times and tells you which number of players the killer. And it also gives the ghost that much needed something to do when you're dead. Number 16. While crewmates can't see ghosts, there is a bit of a rumor that there is a way to tell if a ghost is nearby. Apparently, when a ghost scans at medbay, you're able to tell if they're doing it, since it'll make you wait. So if we have one of our dead friends step
Purple
into
is
the
a
medbay
newbie.
task, sure enough, you'll see that we're not able to do it as a regular crewmate. And instead, we gotta wait until the ghost takes its turn. Which seems a little unfair. I mean, they've got all eternity on their side, and you still
Purple
got
made
the
a
rest of your life
newbie
to live
kill.
out. You know what? Maybe this is just a way to pay respects to the dead.
No.
Number 17. Attentive players are always champing at the bit to try and find who the imposter is. And more importantly, they're hoping to find that out as
Not
soon
me.
as possible. So that's got to be where this theory
Purple
comes
made a
from. The
newbie
idea is
kill.
that when you see all of the crew at the beginning of the match, the imposter should always be in the same place. And while it's a nice thought, as you can see after doing multiple tests, it's not exactly the case. The order
It was a
is
newbie
the same
kill.
as to where the crew appears, but it's most likely
Oh,
based
I
off
should
the
probably
join
be
order
on
instead of
cams.
anything with the imposter. Number 18. Anyone who's played around with the settings for an Among Us match knows that you can actually set the voting time down to 0. Now, when you hear that, you probably think of two different ways where that could work. Option 1, where no one has any time to vote at all and you're not able to do anything in the meeting. Or option number 2, which is that the players now have infinite time to make sure that every vote is cast. If we set the voting time down to 0, then enter into emergency meeting, sure enough, it is actually infinite until all votes are placed in. Although if this is the solution, I'd still say it works best if we had an infinity sign there instead. Number 19. Visibility in Among Us is a huge thing, and anything that can limit it is called into question, whether that's the lights, the game settings, or one-way doors. There is a myth that even though the door is closed, there is only one way to see the players on the other side. But I'd have to say this is false. While it is easier to see players on the outside,
I saw a
from the
banana with
inside,
brown
even if a
rice.
player is pushed up against the door, those on the out can't actually see them that easily. They'll catch a glimpse of you barely at best. Number 20. A lot of weird scenarios can come around when you play with the Among Us
It's
game
banana.
settings, which might be the reason why some players believe that if you mess around with the player's walk speed on a map like Mira, it actually changes the amount of time you have to fix a reactor meltdown or O2 mishap. And while that would make some sense since you're able to get over to that sabotage faster and fix it quicker, there's actually no change that happens to the game's internal timing. With any setting that you have set, it's going to be 45 seconds to fix the mishap. Number 21. Now, there's a theory that states that you might be able to put the fuel inside the lower engine even if the task says to do the upper engine first. So if you're walking up from storage, you could just hit it along the order of the path. Well, again, logic might favor being able to do the fuel task out of order. As it turns out, you gotta do that chore list exactly to the detail. And any wish to fuel the engine.
Did you know that if you have a pet?
Even though I might not understand it, this means we gotta confirm this one is false. Number 22. At this point, everyone knows that when the camera is blinking, it means someone's on cams. But is that always the case? You see, it might make sense that if the ghost was on the cams, since you can't see them, you can't see them watching the cameras. Which sounds like an interesting detail, so if we put it to the test, you're not able to see the ghost on the cameras even though they're watching your every move. Which I guess that makes sense. They've already been killed by the imposters, so they're not going to learn anything new by watching cameras. It'd just be pointless. Number 23. So this one I think stems from a couple of different details getting muddied together. You see, some people say that after you call a meeting, you're able to see the ghosts around the table for a split second right before the meeting starts. Now, in every scenario we tried as a crewmate, there's no way to get this to occur.
Cafe.
However, this mistake probably comes from the fact that if you are a ghost and then you get called into a meeting, you are able to see the other ghosts around the meeting. And at that point, it's not too hard to see how someone might conflate the two ideas in their head. Number 24.
No
If you've ever had to do
such.
an upload or download task and noticed that it seems like it's taking a little longer this time, well, it turns out you're not actually wrong. As you can see with these two clips, the tasks are finished when the character stops walking, not when it reaches 100%, which can cause certain disparities where one upload is so much shorter than the other. So, much like anything on a computer, you can't trust when it actually says 100%, but rather when you see the confirmation box pop up. Number 25. When you use this vent in the bathroom on Polis, it is possible for other players to see your name above the top, which obviously, if you're playing the imposter, isn't ideal. So what if there was a way to glitch through and not actually have that name show? So to put that theory to the test, we can actually see that if you go a little lower from the vent's actual location and then start the animation,
I voted out the imposter
you
one.
can see your name pop up above this particular wall. And it might be particularly helpful if you got a vent in a bind. And with that, folks, bust that red sub button below and have a good one. All right?
Shut the heck up, I won't repeat. We're cooked.
This Among Us video will make you comfortable. Among Us is a game designed to keep you on edge, but that just makes the oddly satisfying parts so much better. So today, we've got the most satisfying moments that you can pull off in the game. And hey, YouTube and I both saw that red...
No, bro. Bro, what? I was on Discord, what? Also, it moves when you enter a task. Titties. Why did I get voted? Is it because I'm pink? Is it because I'm going to kill someone. Four, 7, 7, 6, 6. Orange? We gotta vote. Who was it? Shut the heck up, I won't repeat. Why am I orange? Why am I orange? Oh well. Wait, what was Cyan's role? I'll just go back to being lime. Bass pumping up like lava through your ears. Guys, pets are OP. If a pet equipper is near a task, look at the pet. It will tell you if you're in a task or not based on its movements. Get what I mean? Shut the heck up, I won't repeat. Alright, so there's only one other person with a pet. Oh god, oh my gordita. I'm gonna have to look at Maroon. Maroon's pet. Yo, Maroon's pet didn't move. Yeah. I gotta do it. Yo, Maroon entered a task, but his pet didn't move. It's literally how it worked. I explained it before the round started. Trust me. Trust me. Nobody ever trusts me. If it's not Maroon, I'm gonna watch it not be Maroon. I knew it! I told you guys! What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? Yada hee-haw, yada hee-haw, yodoriosi. Where? I was going to have the wings pink. Also, are you glad I got maroon out? Care. I got maroon out based on a little glitch. I got a guy out based on a little pet feature. Maya he, Maya ha, Maya who, Maya ha ha. Maya he. Huh? Maya ha, Maya who, Maya ha. Nothing in electrical. Where? Oh, lean. Who is lean? Who is lean? Like the drug? I love lean. I love lean. Lean is my favorite drug. Maya he, Maya ha. Maybe next time don't take my advice for granted, eh? I was right with the pets thing. You're the next Shakespeare Green. I am not poetic. I am a smarty. I am. Why did I? Why did I say that? Don't ban me. You're fine, great. Maya here, Maya. Don't say that again. Don't say that again. That's racist. The N-word is racist. Can't believe I have to teach children on Among Us that the N-word is racist. I'm so concerned about the next generation. Well, me and Black are cooked. What if I were to just kill someone in the open? Come. Mug concise. Come. Red entered. It's not red though. It's me, black and blue, gray and green. It's me, gray and green. Who are you talking to? I'm a jerk. Dihydrogen monoxide. Who killed Nuke 09? We're fine on time. Kirk, can I kill you? Kirk, can I kill you? I did. I'm imposter Lamau. I'm imposter Lamau. Slide your Insta. What? I don't even have Instagram. What the Why my Insta? Bro. Slide your Insta line. Help. If I didn't get voted out, I would kill him. Bro. What the flake? If I didn't get... But, wait. No. Because Kirk is down. I feel so wrong saying this. It is Black Lamau. But he is of pink. And pink is gay, so it's pink. I'm a boy and you're a girl. Boy, girl, boy, girl. Fights on Pussy Gotcha. I can keep up this rap until dawn. Beep bop bitty sop bop bitty bitty. You know, I'm a good imposter usually. But I got bored and decided to frick with y'all. You too, Tan. Tan, you a weirdo, not gonna lie. You said slide your snap line. Like, who says that? Most of the kids in this game are minors. I swear if I... Nah, screw this crap. I'm just bored. I'm not gonna harm. I'm not gonna harm. I'm a chill imposter, Lamau. KK. I just said I'm a chill imposter. Whoa. Of course. Are we not allowed to have chill imposters? Of course. Where are my imposto buddies? There you are, Bumper Rose again. How did nobody die yet? Okay, where did... What color is IMN for again? Let's make it decide to pay the price. Who killed Noob 69? We're running out of time to solve this gosh dang crime. Nope. Negative. There, Kitchen on. Who's our guy? No need to see through what he wants side, so let's call a meeting and vote out who. What the heck is a bruh? Someone whose parents aren't. Right, enough. Stop it. If I didn't do it, who did? For frick's sake. That's why I want to know. Who killed Noob 69? You're gonna get in a second. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just getting a bit of paranoid. Everybody is sus. Y'all is sus? As early as that, she killed 69? I'm gonna shoot myself. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today.